Hi, and welcome to Breathe Yoga. Today, I'm going to take you through a few poses that are more intermediate or advanced. So if you're a beginner, just practice the pose to the best of your ability, working on the place that you need to be today. So today's practice, we're going to start in child's pose. So go ahead and find your way to your mat and find a comfortable child's pose position. Big toes touching, knees apart. Walk your hands forward and let your forehead rest on the mat. And just take a moment here to kind of wiggle out any energy that you have and let your body settle in to your space. Begin to scan your body from the tips of your fingers down to the tips of your toes. And just begin to notice if there's any tension in the body from movement or lack of movement, any place that you're holding stress, anxiety, or any type of emotion. Just be an observer of that and notice that now. Let's take a big breath in. Open your mouth, sigh, and release anything that's not serving you. Again, a big breath in. Exhale, sigh, let it go. And one more time like that. Inhaling through the nose, filling the body with air. Hold at the top. Try to take a little bit more in. And now open your mouth, sigh, and release. From here, just begin to breathe in and out of the nose, lightly closing the mouth, but keep a little space between your teeth to keep your jaw relaxed. Relax your tongue from the roof of your mouth. And just for a few moments, focus on the breath. Each round of breath that you take, try to make it a little longer, a little deeper than the last, so that your breath begins to move from your chest down to your belly. And let it be organic. Try not to force anything. Just inhaling, filling the body with air. And exhaling, letting the air go, pulling the navel to the spine. Maybe practicing Ujjayi breath if you know how, the sound as you inhale, the ah sound as you exhale, but keeping the mouth closed. A couple more rounds of breath here. And as you take your last couple breaths in this resting position, take a moment to set an intention for your movement today. Whatever brought you to the mat, whatever you need from this moving meditation, let that be your intention. Now, as you're ready, begin to walk your fingertips forward, stretching through the arms, the shoulders, but try not to shrug the shoulders up around the ears, pressing into the finger pads more than the palms of the hands, just going to the place that feels good to you. And then as you're ready, begin to spider walk your hands to the right. Maybe you even lift your head and then walk yourself over, placing your head back down and allowing yourself to feel a stretch all the way from the left hip, up the side body, all the way to the pinky finger. And then slowly begin to walk back to center and all the way over to the left. And as you do, just observe the body, noticing which side of the body feels tighter than the other today. And then slowly making your way back to center. And as you do, just take a moment to rock your hips side to side, loosening up those hips just a bit, rocking eyebrow to eyebrow. And then when you feel ready, press your hands into the earth. Use your hands to walk yourself up, coming into tabletop position. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Press the tops of the feet into the earth to keep the weight out of the knees. Big starfish hands. Let's just take 3 rotations clockwise with the body. So connecting to the breath here, just working out any tension through the shoulders, through the hips, and releasing some synovial fluid in those ball and socket joints to kind of loosen up just a bit for our practice. And then the next time you come to neutral, change the direction of your circles counterclockwise. Notice if anything pops or clicks, if there's any catching. Notice if your circles are bigger or smaller than the other direction. And again, just being an observer of the body. The next time you come to center, hold, placing those hands directly under the shoulders. Look back in the space you've created with the legs. Scoot the knees directly under the hips and scoot the feet where you can't see them. Durga or cat-cow, begin to inhale, lift through the heart, lift through the tailbone, going to a place that feels good to your back. As you exhale, tuck the tailbone, navel to spine, chin to chest, press through your hands to separate the shoulder blades. Let's take 3 more of these, just moving on your own pace, your own breath. One more time like this. And then slowly inhale yourself back to a neutral spine. We're going to turn the left fingertips to face the right hand, so the thumb faces your body. Moving into thread the needle right side. Inhale the right hand up and out, open up across the chest. And as you exhale, reach through the space you've created with that left hand, allowing that right arm to relax, head and shoulder rest on the earth. You can stay here if this feels good to you. If you need a little bit more and you want to challenge yourself, press the top of the left foot the right foot into the earth and extend that left foot back behind you. Press through the heel. So you can stay here with that left ball of the foot planted into the earth if you need that. If you want to try a little bit more advanced pose, find a focal point, press through your left hand, press through the top of the right foot, and see if you can lift that left leg up above the earth. Keep your toes pointed toward the earth. Core is nice and strong. Breathe. When you get ready to release this, try to release that knee slowly rather than falling to the earth. Press through your left hand. Inhale, rise all the way up, reaching the right fingertips to the sky. And then bring the right fingertips down to meet the left fingertips. Shake out the left wrist. Thread the needle left side. Inhale the left hand, palm out, open across the chest. And as you exhale, reach that left arm through the space you've created with the right, allowing your head and shoulder to rest on the earth. Maybe you stay here. If you do, notice if your hips are pressing to the right. If they are, pull them toward the left side of your mat. Then if you want a little bit more, maybe you take that right foot and extend the foot back behind you, lengthening that leg, pressing through the heel. The ball of the foot can remain on the earth if that serves you today. If you want a little bit more, press into the top of the left foot, into the left arm, into that right hand. Try to lift that right leg. Keep the toes pointing toward the earth, belly nice and strong. Eyes on your drishti, your focal point. Breathe. And then when you get ready to release, try to do so slowly rather than falling to the earth. Press through that right hand. Inhale the left hand all the way up and out, open across the chest. Bring that left hand to the earth, neutral placement, shake out the right hand. From here, Adho Mukha Shavasana, downward facing dog. Big starfish hands, curl the toes under, lift the tailbone up and back, press your chest toward your toes, taking your first downward facing dog. If you're tight through the posterior chain from your glutes to your hamstrings, just bend your knees more. And if it feels good to you, you can bend one knee and press through the opposite heel here, walking your dog, just working out any tension down the backs of the legs. Make sure you're breathing. Head is relaxed, jaw is relaxed, pressing your chest toward your toes. And then as it feels good to you, bend both knees quite a lot, look forward. Step forward to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. And reverse swan dive. Inhale all the way up. And as you exhale, exhale your hands to heart center. And just take a moment here to settle into your standing space. Rock forward and backward on the feet. Feet about hips distance apart. Spread your toes. Plant your toes into the earth. Put a little bend in the knees. Relax your shoulders. Maybe close your eyes. Press your hands together here at Heart Center. And just take a moment to reconnect to your breath. Half sun salutations. On your next inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Big breath in. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold, flat back, hinge at the hips, bend your knees as much as you need. Relax your head, your shoulders at the bottom. Inhale to lengthen your spine, making an L shape with the body. Exhale, forward fold, and reverse swan dive. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. If you're still tight, widen the feet or put a bigger bend in your knees. Again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, flat back, hinging into the hips. Inhale, halfway, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Reverse swan dive, inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Twisting forward fold. The wider the feet, the less intense the stretch. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, leading with the heart, forward fold. Inhale, halfway, lengthen your spine. And as you exhale this time, take your right hand to the earth, bend your right knee, straighten the left leg, and exhale, reach that left hand to the sky, stacking the shoulders. Relax that right arm down, away from you. Pull the crown of the head forward. You can look to the side wall, you can look up to your thumb, you can look down to the earth. If you'd like a little bit more, take that right hand, wrap it around the left ankle, and then extend out through that arm, opening up the chest, pulling the crown of the head forward. And if you want even more binds or part of your practice, you can take that left hand, wrap that hand around your back. Palm can face out away from you or tuck inside that right thigh. Take a breath in, exhale, open the chest. Maybe you look up, breathe. When you get ready to release, release the bind first. Then take that right hand to the earth, then the left, forward fold. Start to bend through the left knee, big breath in. As you straighten the right leg, exhale, reach the right hand to the sky, stack the shoulders. And just take a moment to notice which side of the body feels tighter than the other. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you take that left hand, wrap it around the right ankle, lengthening through the crown of the head. Maybe you take the bind, wrapping that arm around the body. Palm can face out or tuck inside the left thigh. Take a breath. And exhale, open the chest. When you're ready to release, release the bind first. And then slowly bring that left hand to the earth, then the right, forward fold. Walk your feet wherever you feel comfortable. And then from here, inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold, bending your knees quite a lot, letting your ribs rest on your quads. Shift the weight forward into the toes. And then maybe you bend your elbows, wrap your hands around your elbows, let your body sway side to side. If you want a little bit more through the chest, the shoulders, take your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers, let your fists fall forward. And then slowly make a circle with your head clockwise, counterclockwise. Shake your head yes to self-care. Shake your head no to stress. Take a big breath in. Open your mouth, sigh, release. And as you're ready, release your hands to the earth. Bend your knees quite a lot. Step back to your first plank position, top of a push-up. And then maybe drop to the knees today if you need that. Knees behind the hips. Make sure those hands are directly under the shoulders. Exhale, lower down with control. Elbows stay snug to the body, snug to the rib cage. No butterfly wings. And then inhale, scoop up, low cobra. Pull your shoulder blades together. Pull the elbows back behind you. Squeeze your glutes. Press the tops of the feet into the floor. Exhale down. Press to the knees. Curl the toes under, downward facing dog. Press your chest toward your toes. Inhale that right foot up behind you. Bend your knee and then turn your hip open, stacking the right hip on top of the left. And give that right ankle a little rotation, point, flex the foot, spread through your toes, whatever feels good to you. And then slowly turn that hip back down, extend through the heel, and bring that right foot back to the earth. Pedal through the feet, rock through the hips as that feels good to you. And now left side. Inhale, left foot up. Bend the knee, turn the hip open.
Maybe you make circles with the ankle, spread through the toes, still pressing your chest toward your right toes in that downward dog. And then slowly turn that hip back down, extend through the heel, straightening the leg. Bring that left foot to the earth, again pedaling through the feet. Bend your knees quite a lot. Look forward, step forward to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Reverse swan dive. Inhale all the way up, and we're just going to exhale right back into that, taking another sun salute. Forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale down, plant the hands, step back, plank position on the toes or the knees, continuous flow of movement. Exhale, lower down with control. Inhale, scoop up, low or high cobra, squeezing your glutes. Exhale down, press to your knees, curl the toes under, downward facing dog. From here, inhale that right foot up behind you, and as you exhale, step forward, Virabhadrasana 1. Okay, I lost my mic, hang on. Sorry, guys. Okay, I'm going to go back to down dog. Is that good? Okay. Go ahead and inhale that right foot up behind you. As you exhale, step forward, Virabhadrasana 1. Coming into a lunge, back heel turns down, press through your front heel. Inhale, rise up, relax your shoulders down and back. Try to square those hips to the front of the mat to the best of your ability. Take another breath here. And on your next exhale, bring your hands to the earth. Roll off the left foot, step the right foot back to meet the left, plank position. Exhale, lower down with control, elbows snug. Inhale, scoop up, lower high cobra, squeeze your glutes. Exhale down, press to the knees, curl the toes under, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot up behind you. As you exhale, step forward, Virabhadrasana 1. Back heel turns down. Inhale, rise up. Breathe. One more breath here. And on your next exhale, bring your hands to the earth. Roll off the right foot, step the left foot back to meet the right plank position. Drop to the knees at any point you need to on your chaturangas. Inhale, scoop up, shoulders down and back. Finding your way, downward facing dog. Press your chest toward your toes. Take a cleansing breath. Big breath in. Exhale, release. Settle into your down dog for just a moment. Reconnect to your breath. And then as you're ready, on your next inhale, lift that right foot up. Exhale, step forward, Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Inhale, rise. And from here, we're just going to exhale right into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. So what I want you to check in with is that front knee. If that knee's coming in, press that knee out. If it's too much on the hip, you're just going to take a step over so you can line that knee up with the hip and second, third toe. And then work out any tension through the shoulders. Relax down and back. Reach out through the fingers. Breathe. One more breath here. And on your next exhale, just cartwheel those hands down to the earth. Roll off your back foot. Step the right foot back to meet the left, plank position. Exhale, lower down with control. Now you can also skip the chaturanga and just press straight back to downward facing dog if you need that today. Exhaling down, curl the toes under, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot up. Exhale, step through Warrior 1 first. Back heel turns down. Inhale, rise. Settle in. And then on your next exhale, open up Warrior 2. And again, make that adjustment here from the knee to the hip, however you need to. Pull the shoulders down and back. Press out through the legs. Core is drawn up and in. Look out over that front middle finger. Breathe. And on your next exhale, just cartwheel those hands to the earth. Roll off your back foot, step that left foot back to meet the right plank position. Exhale, lower down with control. Inhale, scooping up, shoulders down and back. Find your way, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot up. Exhale, this time we step right into Warrior 2. Back heel turns down, cartwheel the hands up. Relax your shoulders down and back. Reverse Warrior, back hand rests on the back leg. Front palm turns up, And exhale over, shifting the weight into that front heel. Breathe. This is more of a side stretch than a back bend. Squeeze through the glutes, draw the core up and in. Inhale, rise, warrior two. Exhale, Parsvakonasana side angle. Bring that elbow to the knee, reaching that left hand to the sky. So you can stay here if this serves you today. If you need a little bit more, go ahead and bring that right hand down to the earth. Chest is open. Feel free to stay here. If you want even more and you'd like to take a bind, wrap that left arm around your back, palm faces out. As you exhale, take the right hand underneath you. See if you can grab your hands or your wrists, take a breath in, and then open that chest. Breathe. Now you're welcome to stay here as well. If you want to challenge yourself a little more, wherever you are, turn your head, look down to the earth. Press into that right heel. Take a breath in and exhale. Try to step the left foot forward to meet the right. So maybe you just play right here, trying to lift that leg, and you're just going to play. If you want to challenge yourself and try to move into bird of paradise, press through that left heel. Keep your eye on a focal point. Draw that core up and in. Lift up through the chest, and then see if you can lift up through that leg. Breathe. One more breath here. Now to release, you're going to slowly bend that knee, release the bind, and just slowly bring the foot down into Tadasana or mountain pose. And then take a moment to settle into your breath wherever you are. If you're in a warrior two or Parsvakonasana, just step that forward. Inhale, rise up to Tadasana. Take a breath. As you're ready, inhale, sweep the arms up, big breath. Exhale, forward fold, flat back, hinge into the hips. Inhale, halfway lengthen the spine. Exhale down, plant the hands, step back, plank position, top of a push-up. Exhale, lower down with control, elbows snug to the body. Inhale, scoop up, shoulders down and back, navel to spine. Find your way, downward facing dog. Press your chest toward your toes. Inhale, the left foot up. Exhale, warrior two. Back heel turns down, cartwheel the hands up, knee in line with the hip, relax through the shoulders, work out any tension. Breathe. Reverse warrior, back hand rests on the back leg, front palm turns up, and exhale over, shifting the weight into the front heel. Relax through the shoulder. Breathe. Inhale up, warrior two. Parsvakonasana or side angle. Maybe you stay right here. You can stay here if this serves you, and then when we get ready to step to Tadasana, you just step forward. If you want a little bit more, bring the left hand down to the earth. Open up through the chest. Breathe. If you want even more, maybe you take the bind, wrap that right arm around you, palm faces out. Exhale to reach the left hand underneath you. Take a breath in. Exhale, open the chest. And feel free to stay here as well. If you want even more, look to the earth. Take a breath in. Exhale, shift the weight forward. And then try to line that right foot up directly underneath the hip. And then maybe you just play, trying to press through that heel. Inhale, rise. My eyes still on my focal point. Breathe. Lift through the chest. When you get to the top, try to lift that leg. One side's going to feel a little different than the other. Breathe. One more breath. Slowly bend that knee. Release the hands. Come into Namaste or prayer hands and find your way to Tadasana or mountain pose. And just take a moment here. Settle in with your breath. Notice your heart rate. As you're ready, inhale, sweep the arms up. Big breath in. Exhale, forward fold, flat back, hinge into the hips. Inhale, halfway lengthen your spine. Exhale down, plant your hands, step back, plank position, top of a push-up. Exhale, lower down with control, elbows snug. Inhale, scoop up, shoulders down and back, navel to spine. Find your way to your last downward facing dog. Press your chest toward your toes, pedal through the feet, rock through the hips. Take a cleansing breath, big breath in. Exhale, release. And then as you're ready, you're going to return to a child's pose, bringing the knees to the earth, big toes touching. Shift back the weight back onto the heels, walk the hands forward, let your forehead rest on the earth. And just take a moment here to settle in. Maybe rock side to side, eyebrow to eyebrow, hip to hip. Reconnect to your breath. And then just take a moment. As we started our practice, we scanned the body from the tips of the fingers to the tips of the toes. Go ahead and do that scan again. Does anything feel different? Have you relaxed? Have you released any tension, any stress, anything, any emotion you were hanging on to as you started your practice? One more breath here. And then as you're ready, press your hands into the earth. Use your hands to walk yourself up rather than pulling yourself up with your lower back. And then just bring those legs around in front of you, finding your way into a bound angle. So you're going to bring the soles of the feet together. If you're scooping out and rounding out through the back, just kind of lift your body up and tilt your tailbone back. Hands can wrap around the shins, the feet, wherever it feels comfortable to you. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, lift up through heart center, press down through the knees. If you feel like you need more, on your next exhale, start to pull your heart toward your toes, hinging into the hips, keeping the back neutral to begin. Elbows will start to bend. Breathe. Jaw is relaxed, tongue is relaxed. And then once you find your point of tightness, maybe you open your feet up like a book and round out through your spine. Chin falls toward the chest, elbows press into the legs. One more breath here. And then slowly inhale, roll up. One vertebrae at a time. Let your head be the very last thing that stacks on your shoulders. When you get to the top, lift through heart center, take a big breath in, and exhale, release. Now from here, take your hands behind your back, walk your feet to the edges of the mat, and then just give yourself a little windshield wiper of the legs. If it's available to you now, I'd like for you to go ahead and bring the soles of the feet to the earth, scoot your hips to meet your heels, and lie back into Shavasana and practice some mindfulness practice for around 5 minutes if you can. If you need to follow me, go ahead and come into a comfortable seated position and sit up nice and tall. Lift up through the heart, shrug your shoulders up to your ears, roll them down and back. Let's do that again. Big inhale, lift. Exhale, down and back. And one more time, inhale, lift through the shoulders. And exhale, release. Turn your hands palm up so you get a natural external rotation of the shoulders. I just want you to take a moment to breathe. When you are ready, bring your hands to heart center. Thank you so much for joining me on Breathe Yoga. From a place of divinity and light within me, I honor and celebrate the divinity and light within you. Namaste.